This is a Harley Davidson. It's a 1989 Sportster. It was originally an 883. I got it new, actually, back in January 1st, 1990. It was an 89 leftover. Believe it or not, they had leftover Harleys back then. But I had it since new, and I had the engine out of the frame a couple times. The last time it was a 1200, 20 over pistons, Andrews cam, S&S rods, heavy duty rods. The heads are ported, and it's got high speed, the valve springs and high flow valves and stuff like that. It's got the stock looking pipes on it, except for the turnouts, and they're straight. And the carb was dynajeted, and the ignition was changed over to what the hell was it? No rev limiter, that garbage. Screaming Eagle. Now, I was just taking off the seat, and I says, "Holy shit! Look at all this corrosion. This thing's actually not outside, plus it's covered." And I'm like, "Holy crap!" So, I was taking the wire, I was blowing it out with the air, and so what I decided to do, I hit it with the wire wheel, but I'm not going to get all the rust off it. I'm going to use this stuff in here, rust reformer from Rust-Oleum. And you know what happens? Since the seat is up on here and it rubs a little bit, it just screws up no matter what kind of paint you put on here. Nobody sees this. So I'm going to use truck bed coating, and after I put it with the rust reformer, and that should be cool. Now, I'm going to point out a couple more things about this, because I had this bike a while. This is one of the cheapest forms of transportation around, although you can get killed on this damn thing, believe me. Now, I want to mention a little known tip. People in the Harleys look at me like I'm on crack when I said this some years ago. But like the Sportster shares the primary chain lube is with the transmission. But at least it's not the same engine oil, right? So it's still separate. But you know what I do? This is automatic transmission door lube and additive. I put like 2 or 3 ounces in this stuff in here with the Harley fluid, and a lot of people go, "Why the hell you do that?" Well, I noticed, I swear to God, when you're sitting at a stoplight and you're trying to get the thing into neutral or downshift into first, as many times this stupid thing, it's tough to shift down, and there's like a little part in there. I don't know what the hell it looks like. It's about this big, and it's got like, it rocks back and forth. It's a little aluminum part, and that stupid thing breaks. It's like part of the shifter mechanism. It's like $4, but you gotta take the whole transmission to get out of it, get at it, and all that crap. I had this bike apart a lot when I used to use it a lot, because I used to beat the crap out of it, and I haven't been using it for years. Actually, I actually used it a lot in Florida, traveling to work, 120 miles round trip in rain, weather, and all this other shit. And the thing was like a skidoo in the water in Florida. But anyway, decided, I had started up every once in a while, but I was checking, what the hell kind of stuff was going on underneath here. I noticed a little rust. I pulled the seat off. I says, "Holy shit!" So I'm gonna take care of that. Now, before I started up, though, even though this is all undercover, and I spray some stuff down in the engine, I'm gonna pull the plug, spray WD-40 in it, crank it over a few times. That's one thing you should do. I watch so many stupid YouTube videos. They don't ever do that. But you know what? If you're too lazy to do it, what you do is you take gasoline and you mix some of that gas stabilizer with it, because that'll take the fuel. And I don't want to get on too much off a different subject, but these are some hot tips, man. Pay attention. You're going to start up a car that ain't been around, it hasn't been started in a while. Take some of that gas stabilizer stuff. Mix it in with the gas, and also mix some Marble Mystery Oil in with the gas. And use that bottle like you're going to, run it to the carb. This way you got some upper lubricant, and also that gas stabilizer will convert gasoline that's in the carb bowls that's old. It'll actually put it back to new. Now this thing, notice huge chain. That's off a 5-ton military vehicle. I found it. It's got a big thing up here, and this is a kryptonite chain to keep on the rear wheel. And something else I want to mention about batteries. I don't know why, I was buying like the best parts for inside the engine, but I wasn't buying the best batteries. I must have went through a dozen freaking Walmart batteries. I don't know if they're better now, but they would last, I don't know, 6 months if you're really, really, really lucky. Then I decided to get, I don't know where the hell this thing is, Scorpion. It's made in China, right? I thought it was good. It's glass mat battery. It's a piece of crap. Something with this thing. It's got cheap lead, and these things on here, the top posts are not strong at all. So I wound up getting, I don't know what this is. It might be a Yasso, but it was like a lot more expensive. But it's been in there for a long time, and I keep it charged on a special trickle charger, and stays up perfect. All the other ones, they just fried after a while. They're pieces of junk. So I want to warn, if you're getting good battery, do get a good battery. And you can, on these things, this thing, even with all that performance crap on here, it still gets 45 miles to the gallon on the highway, no problem. Even like almost 40 around town. And I don't know what the horsepower is, but it's plenty, believe me. It's plenty. So motorcycles, very cheap to insure, very cheap to register. They can kill you though, believe me. You could do anything on these damn things. The tires are more money. You got to put chains on them. You got to change sprockets. You can change your own tires with levers and stuff. I've done that. I mean, I've done that when I was living in an apartment and in a living room. Just put down a bunch of newspapers, pulled off the front wheel, threw some newspapers down, changed the tire in the living room. Didn't even screw up the rug. So it's, bikes are pretty practical. So I'm going to be starting this thing up. Now, one other thing is, if you ever have a fouled plug, I'm going to point this out. If you pull the wire off and you let it arc like this, you see some sparks like arcing. You hold it like that for a while. One of the plugs is fouled, it'll clear it up. It'll clear it up. So, I don't know. I'm going to produce some videos on this thing because bikes are pretty good, man. They really are. Except they can kill you, believe me.